Okay, so self-sabotage. Why we self-sabotage our efforts and how to choose something different. That's really what tonight's all about, is we're looking at, and we're going to drill down into the 6 main reasons that you self-sabotage. I worked with a woman last night just on this very topic, and she discovered that there were 2 main reasons why she self-sabotaged. So have a listen as we go through to discover which one sounds like it's highest on your list. Now, if you can pinpoint it, remember this: a problem well stated is a problem half solved. Okay, so if you can put a nutshell statement around why you do something, then you're 50% there when it comes to solving it. Okay, just remember that. So a lot of the reason why people don't get results is that they don't drill or dig down deep enough and find the root of the issue. It's like when you're weeding and you grab that weed and you just snap it, and you're frustrated because you know that weed's going to grow back in what, a week or so. Depending on how much rain there is, it could be a few days and that weed will be there and you've got to redo the same work over again. And so we snap it off. We don't really get down to the real root. I do an addiction recovery course, and in addiction recovery, there are actually 5 stages of recovering from addiction. So you don't have to tell me, but think about your own patterns of behavior and your own addictions. Okay, what we do is there's 5 stages there. The first is pre-contemplation. So the first stage, or the first thing that we do, is it's the pre-contemplation stage. So pre-contemplation, so we're thinking about what it's doing in our life. What is this addiction causing me? That's the first step. The second one is the contemplation stage, where we start to contemplate, what would my life be like without the addiction? How would it be different? Then we go into the preparation stage. In the preparation stage, we might say get rid of, if it's a alcohol addiction or drug addiction, we get rid of the substances. If it's a behavior, we go away from the behavior. We stay away from, the slot machines. Wherever we're going to gambling addiction. So it's a behavioral addiction. So we've got to stop visiting those places, right? If it's a mood addiction, we've got to, create different feelings and moods in our life. Or if it's an impulse control disorder, we've got to somehow get rid of that. So what we're dealing with, those are the 4 types of addictions, by the way. You've got behavioral addiction, you've got substance addiction, you've got mood addictions, and you've got behavioral, impulse control behaviors. So those are the 4 types of addictions. And now then, after the preparation, we finally move to the action stage. Now, do you want to know why most people fail when they try to give up a substance or try to overcome an addiction? Because they didn't do the work on the preparation. Because it's pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation. There's all this work that needs to happen before you take the actions of dealing with the addiction. And what people do is they go straight to the addiction. And it's probably one of the worst things you can do, because when you go straight for the addiction and you fail, and you go straight for the addiction and you fail, which you probably will because you didn't do the work, you didn't do the background stuff that needed to happen. And when you fail over and over, you start to feel more worthless. You start to lose your feelings of self-worth. And when that happens, you feel less inclined to try. And it's sometimes people just, they hang their head low and they just give up. Who's been there? Who's sort of felt that or experienced that? You just sort of give up. You're like, it's too hard. There's no way forward. And that's the worst thing you can do. So what we do is we scale back from that and we do all that preparation work. And then obviously after we deal with the addiction, then we do relapse prevention. So those are 5 steps.